Hi everybody, here's PCO and you're watching the AMBY show. PCO style, la 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 la, my way or the highway.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia and I am so excited to be sitting here with PCO today. Hello.
I'm very well. Yourself, Alicia?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, I'm so happy to finally be on
Right?
your show. I heard so many things. I've read so many things about the show, and now being part of it, it's a lot of fun for me.
Thank you so much. I feel like we've been tweeting each other so much over the last few months. Like, Demand Lucha, we are going to see each other finally. So it is here.
Yeah.
But speaking to Demand Lucha, I just saw the best wrestling match live I have ever seen as you went toe-to-toe in the ring against Channing Decker from the fraternity right here in Toronto. That was I don't know how to describe that. That was insane.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a match. I've been through some great match, and that was one of the greatest one. I can't pinpoint one match in particular because
You've had a lot of good
yeah,
ones.
I've had a lot of good ones, and I don't want to say that one guy was maybe tougher than another one, or was maybe had a better psychology in the ring, or anything like that. I don't want to take anything away from anybody, but tonight I take all the elements for a great match. We're there, and you can't have a good match if you don't have a good opponent. It's the same thing in boxing. Like sometimes two styles, they give you a great match. Same thing the UFC. Sometimes you have two styles. One guy goes down, the other one wants to stand up. It doesn't, mixed up well. But tonight it was a hell of a fight.
And it wasn't just like the things that you mentioned there. There were also tacks in the ring. You put Channing through a table. Glass was broken. Do you still have the staples in your chest, or did you take those out?
Yeah, I took them out.
How are you even walking? Like, we had to go up a flight of stairs to do this interview. I have no idea how you're even okay right now.
And also, that's important. Like, I don't want to be tagged as a guy who does, crazy match. Because of my, I'd say, people see me on my videos and things like that, my reputation of being a tough guy. Sometimes it cranks up the other wrestler, and they want to show me how tough they are, and it's cool. But I really like the real proper wrestling also, and the hardcore match. I don't care, like chairs, doors, tables, and things like that. But when it comes to death match, I'm not there. That's not my type of match.
Okay, so that's like the one thing that you just won't really touch.
That I don't want to touch that, because it's not because I cannot do it. It's just that I have tons of respect for the guys that are doing it.
Yeah.
But after they're doing that, it's hard for them to come back and do regular wrestling, because once they're labeled or they tagged something, it stayed with them for a long time.
Yeah, it's hard to get rid of that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm staying away from that.
Well, you had mentioned the promo videos there. So what kind of urged you initially to start sharing those? Because we have seen everything from you ripping a deck of cards in half in your mouth to getting shocked while lifting weights.
It's just to show, it's just to bring some entertainment to. It's a crazy entertainment, but also I felt like wrestling was lacking a little bit of entertainment lately, and something that, a deck of cards, anybody can try that at home. It's not like if I'm trying to flip an ambulance, it's not like anybody can walk to an hospital and try to flip. They'll know that they won't be able to do it. But a deck of card or a tennis ball, or a hammer or a sledgehammer or anything like that, it's available to anybody, and they can get a little taste of it, and oh, geez, that's
almost
pretty,
daring people at home, like, I dare you to try it. I don't know if you can do it quite like him.
That's pretty. That's what I think people can relate to me after that, because they can try it, and then they see how hard it is and how much, and also those videos, what they are, there are an image of my career. Like since I broke in when I was 16 years old, it's been a lot of failures, a lot of setbacks, a lot of hard time, and I always had to push myself through failure to finally get a little bit more success than failure, than almost like a workout, where you push yourself to failure to gain muscle or gain something. So it's almost the same thing. It's like just pushing through pain. and growing out of it.
And have you always kind of had that crazy side to you? Because you're just so charismatic in the ring, or whether it's in the ring or your promo videos.
Well, it's something that I've been explaining quite a bit lately. It's like everybody says, like, you're so charismatic. What's up with that charisma? It's just that I was never placed in a position where I had the proper character who was really fitting my personality. So I had to play a role, and now my role, the role that I play, it's basically myself. So it's myself, but I got a daughter. I'm good with her. I'm not like it's over exaggerated, but it's myself.
You just kind of crank it up a little bit.
Deep down inside, it's me, but on a larger scale.
Yeah.
Those me in the ring and me in those videos and me doing all those things, it's just a part of me on a larger scale.
Well, it's so interesting that you say that, because at first I remember seeing these videos for the first time. Of course, I've known who you are for years, but I see these videos, I'm like, whoa, where is this coming from? And then you're tweeting people back, and you're like, the sweetest person ever. So the juxtaposition there, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's the double thing that I want to play. I want people to be able to have a chat with me and see how human I am, like to be myself. As far as a person, but when it's time to go and do business, it's time to do business.
You're ready.
There's no more friends. There's no more good guy. There's no more guys that retweets you.
Yeah.
It's a guy who's there to kill you.
It's just PCO.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, you mentioned breaking into the business around the age of 16. So do you remember the first wrestling show that you went to as a fan?
Yeah. I mean, not the first one, because there's maybe 5 or 10 in my mind, because when you're young, some of the matches or shows that are getting to attention. And I remember, like, I was really impressed the first time that the Road Warriors came to town where I lived. They really impressed me a lot, and that was a big deal. They came out, and almost like everybody that had like my style now. Like I remember like King Tonga Haku. When he came to, like, he was one guy who impressed me a lot. So I was like kind of impressed by those guys who really meant business in the ring, who were like tough guys. And I felt like I always wanted to have like a character, a gimmick like that.
Yeah.
And I felt like I had gimmicks that were like chicken shit, like cowards. Can I say that on the show?
That you can.
Sorry, cowards. So, and now with the social medias, you can basically build your own brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now I'm building my own brand, the way that I think it should be built.
Well, as far as your wrestling goes, you've wrestled in over 30 countries. It was 5 continents, and then you are, of course, a 3-time WWF Tag Team Champion. So for you, what is kind of your, I don't want to use the word goal, but what are you seeking to do right now? Is it just kind of like destroying everybody in your path on the indies? Because I really feel like that's what you're doing.
For this question, can I take off my glasses?
Please.
This is a real serious question, I think.
Okay. We're getting serious, guys. Get ready.
No, I think it's not the fact that I want to destroy everybody. I just want to prove to the world, like everything that I envisioned when I was 16 years old, the way that I envisioned myself. It's like I've been labeling different, names, or people sometimes tag you with something, and I always say to everybody that listen to me, don't let no one decide for you who you're going to be. And I just feel that when I cross roads with Destro, who's my real trainer in life, and that's what I said, like everything we do as a promo or as a vignette or part of the wrestling deal, it's a part of a real story in life on a larger scale. So he's really my trainer. So, and when I crossed road with him, and we did a video on that, and we amplified that, but it's true. It totally changed the course of my life, because then he said, because he's known for the feat of strength that he's been doing for 40 years. So then he says, why don't you introduce that into your character? And then we started to gel and that chemistry together. And now we're working together, and it was just like, I've been waiting for a moment like that all my career,
amazing.
and then it's happening at. I could say I'm a late bloomer.
One thing I love that you do tell fans is age is just a number.
Yeah, I mean, for me, maybe not for everybody, but at
Yeah.
least, I mean, if throughout the course of that run, maybe for some people, 30 years old, it's old, or 35, they think their life is done and they cannot have any more dreams. Well, if I can be an inspiration just a little bit for them to say, look at this guy, like he's older than me, and he keeps like breaking the house. Keeps
Literally breaking everything.
yeah, and then also with another generation, which I feel that generation should have been. I'm fitting in the right generation of wrestling for the style that I am. So it's kind of weird, but it feels so good in the same time. So I'm so happy that everything is evolving the way that it is right now, and it's like big things are keep coming up. To me, it's like maybe some people were thinking after the Walter match at WrestleMania, maybe the bubble was gonna, it's gonna be just a bubble, and then it's gonna be deflated. But it's getting bigger and bigger. That bubble.
Absolutely. Congratulations, that's amazing.
And after being on your show, I'm sure it's gonna be even bigger.
Well, here on the show, we not only interview awesome wrestlers like yourself, but also musicians. So who are some bands that you've been digging as of late, or maybe people that you actually listen to get yourself pumped up when you are working out?
I'm not a big, that's going to surprise a lot of people. I love music to that, but my favorite music is silence. It's not good for you, huh? I drive 40 hours without the radio on.
Wow.
Just with myself, being at peace.
Just recapping, thinking of things.
Yeah, thinking. Sometimes after a match, just thinking about the things that went so right and so good, just being hyped up also, and just thinking about it, making some phone calls, and then just letting, go down a little bit, and then I'm just so at peace with myself.
You're making your own music in your head.
Yeah, and I do have like good bands that I like, but like there are very sporadically, it's not like this band's gonna be at the arena. I gotta buy some tickets. I gotta go there. I never been to a
You never been to a concert?
to a concert. Maybe one concert in my life.
What was that? Do you remember what
I don't
it was?
want to say it. It's gonna make my style look bad.
What is it? No. What is it? Come
I
on.
can't say
You
it.
have to.
That was because of my girlfriend.
Okay, so we have the preface.
No, I went to a Celine Dion show.
Did you?
Yeah. At the Bell Center in Montreal.
Oh, wow.
And I love her to death, and I read her story, and I read the Renee Angel story, and
Wow.
I read everything about them, about their success. But that's not my type of music.
Okay.
No, I like Metallica a lot. 90-inch nails.
We go from Celine Dion.
Yeah,
to
no,
Metallica.
that's my style of music.
Amazing.
And my daughter, she likes music a lot. She's 9 years old, so I'm really updated with the Cardi B.
Oh, Cardi B.
Cardi B. She asks me all the time, "Don't put Cardi B on." I think that's not the proper words for you, honey.
And what does she think watching your matches and seeing what you do? Like, do you like her watching
Yeah,
them?
I never bring her to an arena. Like I don't bring her like to the backstage area or things like that, or I don't bring her with me on the road. But she watches every video and she watches every matches. And like she comes home and she puts my kick pads on and she puts my some tapes on her wrist and she goes PCO la 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 la, and she does the whole thing.
That's amazing.
And she sometimes when she's like in chest, she pump a double biceps, and she's great. Like,
That's adorable.
Yeah. She always say, you dad, you never get injured, because she broke her arm because she was trying to jump like on the park from like the scale to you have like
monkey bars? Or
Yeah,
something?
monkey
Okay.
bars, and she's trying to get the fourth one and she missed it and she broke her arm. And then she said, you never get injured and you're tough and I want to be like you. Oh, it's good.
That's the sweetest thing.
Yeah. The other side of me.
Right? We really did get serious when you took those glasses
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
You
absolutely.
weren't kidding.
Yeah. But the serious thing about it is like, I think this is the greatest run of my career. I mean, the most fun, and I'm not where I wanted to, where I want to bring it at. You know, I want like the draw, big crowds, like the biggest crowds in wrestling. I want to be the main attraction. I want to be like a name that draws money, that draws crowd, that draws money. And you know, when you put my name on a card or you advertise me on TV, if it will advertise and will promote, I want to be the guy that people wants to see. So that's what I'm working at. I've been doing pretty good lately, but I want to push it further.
Take it to the next level.
All the way to
Up there.
the number one, to the top.
Well, just to wrap things up, I do want to leave it with all of the fans who are going to be viewing. Is there anything you want to say?
Well, thank you for the support. I mean, it's great. You know, being a French Canadian and having the accent, like whether it's here in Toronto, Demand Lucha, or anywhere in the States, or in Germany, or in England, I'm getting those big chants, the PCO and
It was massive tonight.
the huge welcome, warm welcome, like craziness almost about the introduction. And I mean, thank you so much. I mean, I've been dreaming about that all my life, and now I'm living it. And like I said, it's just the beginning.
That makes me smile so much. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks a lot. It's been great being on the AMBY show with Alicia.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
My pleasure. And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at aliciatoot.com for all exclusive interviews and features. See you next time.